Namaste, and thank you for sitting in class with me. And in this opportunity, I would like to invite you to reflect on what is conditioning. Since conditioning is one of the primary beginning aspect of spiritual practices, we need to be clear about what is it, since that defines what you think you are. It's that repetition constantly of a concept of values, either cultural or in the family or socially, that make you believe something. You acquire something that through the repetition you make circumstances and you behave accordingly to that definitions. When we are saying conditioning, we need to look at three aspects. One is the conditioning of humanity. What humans as a race are conditioned to be. Physically, our body is conditioned to be in polarity. You are conditioned to be either a male or a female body. And in that you behave, in that you see reality from certain perspective. And you define yourself according to your likes and dislikes on that. So the first conditioning is polarities, either or, black and white, good and bad, moral, immoral, up and down, day and night. All that trains you and accustomize you to your mind and your emotions to behave and respond to your daily life and to your transitions and relation with yourself in a certain way. The second conditioning comes from your choices. It's the cause and effect through your journey, your soul journey. It's your karma. You are conditioned to certain cycles of development. As a soul, you either have been exposed to teachings that challenge the ignorance, that conditioning, or you just make choices in certain categories and in certain frequencies that define or reaffirm that behavior, that conditioning. So the karma conditioning is very thick and it's very subconscious. And that is triggered in certain times of your path. And when the moment is proper, then you have that opportunity to see that deep conditioning. That's why you have to wait patiently, right? So the practice of patience, it creates that sense of compassion, sense of slowness and accepting that you are at the mercy of the cosmic time. And the other conditioning that I will say is an alignment with the seeking of truth is the deep call that you have to search for your true self. There's something inside you that is predisposed at one point to say, what is it I am living? Is this an invention of myself? Have I made myself believe this, that the world is threatening, or that I am bad, or that I am not enough? There's that moment when you start contemplating other opportunities, contemplating other ways. So conditioning is something that you need to inquire a bit and reflect and have a continuation on asking yourself, and what is it that I am responding that is that conditioning since my childhood, before my childhood? Because in that action and reactions, cause and effect, is the valley that a spiritual seeker have to cross, have to purify it. And it's the first thing in spiritual practices is to confront the conditioning. And of course we don't like it because we have used conditioning as a coping mechanism. We have used conditioning to sit in our comfort zones. We use conditioning to justify our limitations, to justify our laziness, to justify our disinterest, disconnection. So all that weight that you put in your conditioning is what it creates, the karma. It creates a cause, an effect, and that's what you are called in spiritual practices to see it. So when we define conditioning, thinking what is it you are accustomed to? What is it that you are accepting as a truth? What is it that is maintaining your sense of self? Take note of that. Make that your homework of the day. What is conditioning? Who I am in front of conditioning, and to what I am conditioning. Good luck in your homework. See you in next class. Bye for now. Namaste.